Hello all, my name's tribalkai, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some historic green-white angels, and here is the deck list as you can all see. First thing I want to acknowledge is the mana base. I am missing quite a few rare lands in my collection because I've only just started my Magic Arena career. So had to shove some green lands in here. The only green card in the deck is Collected Company, but it is well worth running because we can get a bunch of free stuff into play with that. Typically we would really want a playset of Boulderloft Pathway and Branchloft Pathway, a playset of Temple Garden, and a playset of Some Petal Grove, and then we ditch the forests and the Fabled Passages. Fabled Passage is fine, but once in a blue moon we'll have to get a tap land out with that, and that will keep us off of going for a turn 3 Resplendent Angel or Righteous Valkyrie, any of our 3 mana stuff really. So that can hurt us, but most of the time we can get untapped lands into play. Sometimes the basic hurts us as well because we want to be able to get out a turn 2 Bishop of Wings, and that is white, so if we play a green source on turn 1 or 2 then obviously we can't do that. So if you've got a bunch of rare wild cards or all the rare lands, then you'll have to go over the mana base yourself and improve on all that. But as for everything else, it's pretty simple. We've got Soul Warden to gain life every time a creature enters. Speaker of the Heavens, once we get to 27 life, then we'll be able to start throwing out angels. And those angels will trigger things for more life gain, like the Bishop of Wings and the Soul Warden, trigger the Righteous Valkyrie as well. And then if we've got a payoff card like Heliod Suncrowned, we can put plus counters on things. This can enable some life gain as well with lifelink. And the other payoff is Resplendent Angel, which can just throw out more angels. It can enable itself if you get up to 6 mana as well, but we're likely not going to need that, hopefully. And then the last payoff in the deck, Ajani Strength of the Pride. If we get up to 35 life, which we should easily be able to do if all goes well, then we'll be able to exile our opponent's board and swing in for the win, pretty much. So yeah, what we want to do is get a bunch of angels in. Youthful Valkyrie buffs itself when other angels come in. Righteous Valkyrie buffs our entire board, and we swing in for lethal with a bunch of hefty angels and a huge life total. So that's pretty much it. Let's get on with the game and see how mana screwed we get with this clunky mana base that we've got. Okay, that is a pretty expensive hand. I think we need to mulligan on that one and get into... I think we're just getting rid of Angel of Vitality and keeping the Valkyries there. I'd be tempted to keep it if we had a Soul Warden, but obviously we don't, so we're just trying to slam angels here. And it's a Llanowar Elves from our opponent. Fabled Passage isn't too bad now that it's our 4th land. We won't be punished for running that. And yeah, I was just going to say, with the Castle Garenbrig and the Llanowar Elves, this is the mono green elf deck, which I also run. I don't know if you've seen it on the channel or not yet, but I do run the mono green elf deck in historic. Let's go like this. And usually when I'm up against the angel deck with my mono green elf deck, I normally manage to outpace their life gain, so we'll see if the mono green elves can do that to us here. They got Collected Company already. And managed to get themselves into Fierce Empath and Elvish Warmaster. Fierce Empath gets the Crater Hoof Behemoth, which there should only be one of in the deck. And Allosaurus Shepherd will be able to buff their team as well. Let's go for the Soul Warden. We're not doing anything this game, I don't think. Get a green source with that. And then it's Righteous Valkyrie. And then blocks are going to be irrelevant, I dare say, although they can't actually cast the Yeah, they don't have any mana generators, so they can't go for the abilities here. The abilities there and there, I should say. And they can't go for Create Hoof, so I am going to swing in here and try and outrace them. Hopefully we'll have the buffs with our Righteous Valkyrie next turn. A Realm Waker will get us into some mana. Or into some life even. Might get our opponent into mana. And it's another Fabled Passage for us. Let's go Bishop of Wings. We've got the buffs on all of our creatures now, thanks to those creatures entering. So, surprisingly, managing to beat the Elf deck because they didn't manage to get into their Elvish Archdruid, but a lot of the times I tend to beat the Angel deck, but we just outrace them here, so let's get on with another one. Okay, again, a good curve. And we've got a one of Heliod in the deck for triggering a bunch of lifelink and buffing our stuff. We'd want a Soul Warden really, but let's keep that. Angel of Vitality might help. Our opponent started off with the Teamer Triland, and it's a Cold Steel Heart, naming black, so 5 colour deck by the looks of it. We'll throw down Youthful Valkyrie and swing in at our opponent. Hopefully be able to swing in again next turn with an Angel of Vitality in play. But instead they go for Thought Erasure, deciding between Ajani and Heliod by the looks of it, and they plump for Heliod. Then shocking themselves and saying oops, so didn't mean to do that apparently. Play a land they know about, go Angel of Vitality, and that buffs the Youthful Valkyrie. Will gain 2 life from the Speaker of the Heavens thanks to Angel of Vitality. Still a couple of life away from buffing that. Shocking themselves again, takes them down to 10, and that is Niv Mizzet Reborn. Probably refill their hand here. They got a Thought Erasure, a Deafening Clarion, and a Rowl's Outburst as well. Okay, for us, we'll just go for the green land, and it'll have to be Righteous Valkyrie here. And then we don't have enough life for the Speaker of the Heavens, so we might have to just chump with the Youthful Valkyrie if they swing in with that. Noteworthy that they've also got Binding of the Old Gods in hand. Binding of the Old Gods goes after our Valkyrie, so no chance of buffing our stuff here. Resplendent Angel. Yeah, shockingly, we're not being able to get into lifelink here. I think instead it's Ajani of the Pride, and we'll plus. That'll get us closer to the 0, and we can also activate this. And that buffs our Youthful Valkyrie, so we'll get to a point, hopefully next turn, where we can buff this to the point where it blocks Niv Mizzet. So we'll say no attacks and hold back here. Angrath's Rampage, we have to sacrifice a Planeswalker, that's unfortunate. We still want to be getting to above 35 life in case we draw into another one though. The Rowl's Outburst goes on Speaker of the Heavens to keep it from making more angels. And they hold back. We've got only 5 mana, unfortunately. I think it has to be the Righteous Valkyrie. We'll try and have that stick. And then we start swinging in, I think. Let's play another one. Yeah, this is looking really good. It is a bit shy on mana, but I really like the Soul Warden's Bishop of Wings into Angel of Vitality. Means we're going to get the life total up for Ajani, so yeah, let's keep that and also keep our fingers crossed that we'll get into a land. We are on the play, so a little bit less likely to get into a land quick enough. Just an island for our opponents, so we'll throw down Bishop of Wings. And it might be that they've got a flash creature in blue, so we won't bother swinging in. Not worth losing the Soul Warden over 1 point of life. It was Castle Vantress as well, and they decide to foretell something. There's the other land we wanted. So we gain... Is it just straight up 4 life from this, then 5 there? This triggers on 5, so we get down Resplendent Angel. And swing in while they're tapped out. Resplendent Angel triggers because we gained life. We gain even more from the Angel token coming in. And that is a green land, so they're on a green and blue deck. Not sure what it is. Maybe just Angel of Vitality here. Could even just be Soul Warden, Bishop of Wings. We'll swing in either way. Again, not with the Soul Warden, just in case. Yeah, I don't know how likely it is that they get into a board wipe of some kind. Let's just go Angel of Vitality. Okay, they disallowed there. They did look at their foretell card, so they might have a Saw It Coming, which would only be 2 mana. And they get into a forest. Let's see here. Let's try and swing him. And we've only got 8 damage on them anyway. Might be punished here for not swinging in with the Soul Warden all this time. Alright, it was a Behold the Multiverse. So maybe should have tried to stick the Righteous Valkyrie there before we swung in. Yeah, they had counter magic anyway. A Pact of Negation, and they lose the game to the Pact of Negation because they can't afford to pay the 5, so I assumed they were losing anyway. On to the next one. Okay, being punished potentially for having that Fabled Passage. Let's keep that. And we'll just have to be a turn behind, unfortunately. This is what I mean when I say that we get punished for having a cheaper mana base. Shadow Spear our opponent starts off with. We will just go... Yeah, well, we've played it now. We'll go for the Plains. Maybe could have just gone for a Plains there, go into Soul Warden and then get a tapped land down next turn. But we've got the tapped land out of the way now at least. Hushbringer. That breaks our deck pretty much. Well, anyway. Let's go for a couple of Speaker of the Heavens. And there is an Alseid of Life's Bounty. You can sacrifice that, give this protection from a colour. So even if we had removal in the deck, we probably couldn't get rid of Hushbringer. And there is a green source for us, so we'll play that. And go for the most expensive card in our hand. Guy's Blessing gets them a card. And we're not going to bother blocking here. I think the only out we've got really is going for as many creatures into play as possible and then drawing into a Ajani, plusing a few times and hopefully going for the minus. So let's just throw down a couple of Youthful Valkyries so that we can start blocking this Hushbringer and keeping our life total up. And a shield there that will prevent 1 damage whenever we swing in at them, which we're not looking to do anytime soon. Just throw these out and keep our fingers crossed for one of our 3 Ajanis. The Hushbringer completely switched off our deck here. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, will keep us from targeting their stuff, but we don't have any means of targeting anyway. Just a land for us, we'll hold on to it and give our opponents something to worry about. Maybe that will keep them from swinging in. Denether will be good with the Shadow Spear equipped to it. Instead putting it on the Shalai, because that can swing in. Just a Righteous Valkyrie, might as well get it into play for when and if we actually do start gaining life at some point. And the Immortal Sun takes them down to 1 card in hand, but they will be able to nearly swung in with everything there, no attacks. They will be able to draw an additional card. So they've got 3 in hand now, one of which is Temple of Plenty for a scry to the bottom. And still not swinging in, there is Heliod. We can't swing in. But if we could, we'd be able to put lifelink on things. We've got an indestructible to block with now at least. Let's continue to hold this card to make them worry. In fact, we'll play it because we can put lifelink on a couple of things with the Heliod. And they continue to draw their additional cards. Paradise Druid. Yep, so our opponent continues to just pass the turnover. Bishop of Wings, might as well just throw it out. And Heliod can't give lifelink to himself, unfortunately. It's another creature, so we're just continuing to hold back and threaten any life gain that we can. But they are getting double the card draw here, so it's more likely that they will get into answers than we will. And they decide to blow up. How strange. Well, that's a victory for us, so I'll take it, but I'm not entirely sure we would have won that one. We can't see which cards we were going to draw into on Magic Arena as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it doesn't show us. It'd be a good feature if they flipped all these upside down to see what we were going to be drawing into at the end of a game. But yeah, the only out that we had there was a Ajani, I think. And then we would have gained 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 life, taking us up to 27. Plus it again is 37, and then the turn after that, we can minus down the Ajani and get rid of their board. So it would have taken a good few turns, and I don't know if our opponent would have actually won that one, but we'll try another game and see how we fare in this one. And once again, the mana base punishing us here. Let's mulligan that one. And yeah, I don't really like that hand, but we'll keep it and get rid of an Ajani. Playing the tap land tapped. And it's fingers crossed for a land or a 1 or 2 drop here. Playing against a Rakdos deck by the looks of it, and they've got the Witch's Oven combo. Getting to a 1 drop in Soul Warden, so we're keeping our fingers crossed at this point for a land. Probably play down the Angel of Vitality, although I dare say there's going to be spot removal galore in this game. Okay, they're in Jund. And yeah, that's tricky. We'd wish we had the 1-4 in play at this point, but we'll have to let that through, and it can go up to a 2-2. And no land for us, so we're not going to block. Let's just swing him. Hitting us takes it up to a 3-3, and they get down the Cauldron Familiar. There is the land we wanted, so let's try and gain some life with Angel of Vitality. We'll gain 2 from the Soul Warden. Go back up to 20. Going to let them knock us back down to 17 here. Keeping my fingers crossed that we can catch up with a decent collected company, but that does rely on top decking a land. Which we do not. So how's about Resplendent Angel then? We'll see if they've got any spot removal for us. And we'll swing in with our 2-2. I'm assuming they've got something at instant speed. They were looking at our creatures there, but nope, they get into their collected company. It's shocking the number of times I don't get to cast this in this deck. We either don't draw into it or we don't get the lands for it for some reason. Anyway, they got themselves a Woe Strider there. That was the only creature they got though. The goat does come in with the Woe Strider, and another one from our opponent. Now this time getting 2 in Midnight Reaper and Priest of Forgotten Gods. I'm not sure of the combos that you can get going with Witch's Oven, so we might see it here. Yeah, I think we just have to take it. And our opponent, I'm sure, is a step closer to comboing off on us. Now we can go for Collected Company. Hopefully gain a bunch of life and then drop a Ajani and exile their board next turn. Yeah, we'll hold back our creatures and hope that we can get a decent Collected Company. Shocking themselves with an Overgrown Tomb, takes them into a Midnight Reaper. They can draw cards and deal damage to themselves. We gain life every time they play a creature. Bumps the Angel of Vitality back up to a 4/4, which is relevant. Although we were likely to do that anyway. If we can gain... Yeah, we want 2 creatures from the Collected Company, because then the Resplendent Angel will give us another creature at the end of the turn. And now they're trying to have us sacrifice some creatures with the Priest of Forgotten Gix. So let's go for the Collected Company now. Might want to sacrifice something we don't care about. Yeah, we probably get rid of Speaker of the Heavens. Or maybe even Youthful Valkyrie would be a better idea. They get rid of our Resplendent Angel. Let's sacrifice the Youthful Valkyrie. We are at exactly 27 life now, so the Speaker of the Heavens will be able to make some angels, but they might turn in sideways at us here. Another priest. Yeah, we're still just shy of being able to go for a Ajani. But we can tap this down. And do we try and bait out some more removal with a Resplendent Angel? Yeah, let's go for Resplendent Angel, and then we can go Angel of Vitality next turn and try and get another token from the Resplendent Angel. Just continue to hold back. We are at that 35 life now for the Ajani. And there is the Cauldron Familiar. They do have 3 Priest of the Forgotten Gods in play now. So sacrificing. Pings them a bunch with Midnight Reaper. And then we have to sacrifice a creature. Let's just go for the Speaker of the Heavens going down. And they've got a Cauldron Familiar available to them there. And it is Claim the Firstborn, so they can sacrifice our Resplendent Angel. And there's a Mayhem Devil. Back up to 36, but I don't think we're going to be able to make use of the Ajani. And their 4th Priest of the Forgotten Gods. See what they do here. We might be able to keep our life total. But I imagine they tap down both of the priests and swing in with the Resplendent Angel, pinging us directly with the Mayhem Devil and getting rid of the Soul Warden. And then we are forced to sacrifice the token. And they ping the Angel of Vitality. We just hope that they play another creature here. Yeah, we're going to have to go like that. They can sacrifice our Resplendent Angel anyway, so we'll force them to sacrifice their own stuff. Takes us down to 34. They can make mana with the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Our opponent has likely got us here, thanks to the priest, so just throw down the bishop. We'll have a look at some of the other cards that they've got available to them, but I think our opponent's got us here. It was a close one though. We were almost exiling their entire board. Another Mayhem Devil for them, along with another Collected Company. Only getting a Woe Strider this time, but there is more creatures for them to sacrifice to the Priest. And Witch's Oven. So they ping us, or ping the Bishop of Wings even. With the Mayhem Devil, make a food token. Play out Cauldron's Familiar by getting rid of the food token. Gets rid of Bishop of Wings. And then swing it in for a bunch of damage. Let's just, I don't know, we'll go Righteous Valkyrie, it doesn't really matter. I'll play it out another turn or so, just so that we can watch our opponent's deck. And if they don't win in that amount of time, then there's Corvold, Faker's King. And they sacrifice one of their Midnight Haunting, is it called? Midnight Reapers to the Corvold. Takes them down to 3, they draw a card. Corvold turns into a 5/5. And then it's Dreadhorde Butcher as well. So they've close to got us here. Mayhem Devil gets rid of the Angel. Witch's Oven makes a food token. And they turn sideways at us. Knocks us down to 7, so we'll play it out through next turn as well. Not going to play out the Ajani just in case they get distracted by that. Bishop of Wings and Angel Vitality will gain us 5 life as opposed to just 4. And then sacrificing a food triggers the Mayhem Devil. Cauldron Familiar comes out thanks to that. And then we still get the Bishop of Wings trigger, but they're just trying to get rid of Bishop of Wings while it's on the stack here. And they do. But we still get the life. Getting rid of our Angel as well. Buffs the Corvold up to a 9/9. And we just get the 4 life thanks to the Angel going down. So all they have to do is turn sideways here. We are tapped out. Yeah, our opponent started timing out there. I'm not sure what it is he's trying to think about. Plays a Cauldron, okay, and he's doing a bunch of stuff when he just needs to turn in sideways. So we'll call it a day there. That was a good showing from our opponent. I think we were a tiny bit too slow there because we couldn't get the Ajani out. Was a closer one than it looked, that one. On to the next game. Okay, that is a nice hand. We don't have any tap lands that we need to contend with. So we'll play that. It's Soul Warden, Bishop of Wings, and then into Angel of Vitality most likely. I think we can bypass the Youthful Valkyrie until after we've got the Bishop of Wings in play. And it looks like we're against the Rogue deck. Got a Collected Company and the green mana to go with it. And Thoughtseize most likely gets rid of Collected Company. And another Wind Robber. And we mill another Collected Company, getting to Angel of Vitality at least. We'll pay the 2. And swing in with the Bishop of Wings. We immediately get the buff on the Angel of Vitality, which should hold them off swinging in. They do have the single black Death Toucher that will be able to hit us though. Nighthawk Scavenger, that has Death Touch as well. Get another Collected Company though, we're getting pretty lucky with those. Let's drop the Angel of Vitality. Probably just trying to set up a big alpha swing. We need a land for this Collected Company before we get forced to discard it. Alright, Speaker of the Heavens. We'll just go Youthful Valkyrie and Speaker then. And we'll be able to start making angels with Speaker of the Heavens next turn. Yeah, maybe we start pressuring our opponent now. They can block with the 2-3 and trade our angel if they want to. Instead, they go down to 9. And there is the Thoughtcease to get rid of our third Collected Company. They've been pretty good with that. We'll see if we were going to draw into a land next turn. Hitting us in the air. Yeah, I think we can block like that. Zareth's and Trickster. So they can... Have we lost any creatures? No, they can't reanimate anything from us. So, yeah, we were going for Righteous Valkyrie next turn, which was going to buff our entire board. Let's have a look at the board. Yeah, we could even have swung in with the Speaker of the Heavens for some more life gain there, and that does have Vigilance, so we could still tap it down for an angel. Yeah, that was a pretty commanding victory for us. They couldn't reanimate a creature because they haven't killed any of our creatures yet. They only have one card left in hand, so yeah, pretty commanding one for us. Alright, it just so happens that we'd have to mulligan down here even if we had a bunch of untapped lands, because that's not particularly good. Yeah, we're looking better there. Is our opponent likely to get rid of a Righteous Valkyrie though? We could risk getting rid of a land and hope that in the next 3 draws we get another one. But it could be a Fabled Passage. Yeah, I don't like getting rid of Righteous Valkyrie, but I think we're going to have to here. Our opponent starts off with a tap land, and of course we were going to draw into another land. So could have got rid of a plains there, I think. And then our opponent just holds up mana, so let's go Soul Warden and we'll get the Temple Gardening tapped, ready for the only green card that we've got in the deck. Not going to swing in just in case they've got some kind of flash creature. They are in the flash creature colours, although red suggests they don't have any kind of rogues and things like that. Yeah, we'll just go for the Righteous Valkyrie here. Doesn't seem as though they have any kind of counter magic. Maybe should be swinging in here, but I am worried about losing these creatures. The opponent might just be setting up some kind of board wipe because they haven't done anything yet. Ravenous Chupacabra gets rid of the Righteous Valkyrie. So wishing that I'd kept that second one. How's about Soul Warden, Angel of Vitality? Yeah, we need to gain 5 life there. We've gained 1. We gain 2 more for a total of 3 with the Soul Warden, so we might as well just get down the Angel of Vitality here. Might get into another 1-drop to play next turn. And if we do, that will trigger the Resplendent Angel, I think. Yeah, because we'll get 2 life per Soul Warden trigger. So that's 4 life per creature. And there's a cast down on Speaker of the Heavens. Oh, we actually should have made an angel there. just so happens that we have a basic forest in the deck because of our clunky mana base for the Field of Ruins, so that actually didn't hurt us. Yeah, so managing to replace Speaker of the Heavens straight away, we'll get that into play. Let's gain some more life and we can start swinging in finally. And we'll have to remember to actually activate the Speaker of the Heavens this time once Summoning Sickness comes away from that. But we do make an angel with the Resplendent Angel. So it's time to see if our opponent has a board wipe. Yep, there's Sweltering Suns. So I should have had another 4/4 angel in play. I'll just throw down the Bishop of Wings and we'll get some spirits if they manage to remove our creatures. We're going to have to remove both of our 4/4 flyers here. Chemist's Insight draws some cards. And then Thought Erasure, revealing our hand, will not do anything for them. Alright, and there's another Resplendent Angel, so we'll just swing in for the victory here, and our opponent graciously takes it. Yeah, so forgot the 1 mana creature that taps down and makes an angel there, which was a silly mistake. Which one? Yeah, should have tapped that down before it got blown up. Forgot entirely about that. So there we are, that is the green and white angel deck in Historic. Like I said a million times, the mana base is a bit clunky on my version of the deck, but if you've got the rares and the rare wild cards in order to make the mana base a lot better, then you should see a lot more success with the deck. I am held captive by some tap lands here and there with the Fabled Passage, but if you can get the lands in untapped consistently, then you can just curve out really nicely from 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully no one thought seizes your collective companies. So be sure to leave the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. That will keep you up to date with all the latest videos and gameplays that come out. Be sure also to recommend some decks that I could play, some decks that you would like me to play and make gameplay videos out of. That would be very helpful because I'm not entirely sure all the different decks you can make and the meta and all that type of thing. Literally only just started my Magic Arena career, so that would be very helpful if you could help me out with that. I'm tribalkai. Thank you for watching.